Welcome. For some reason I have the SHARK ChillPill here for unboxing. Apparently this is close enough to a phone, but in any case I'll kind of take a look at it and see if this is the thing that we all Europeans are looking for instead of an AC. So anyway, all jokes aside, let's just quickly get into this. Before we do so, there's a couple info, so it's 3-in-1 apparently. Sure how something that is designed to primarily cool can do 3 things at once, but whatever. So we have, what it I think means by 3-in-1 is that it can cool you in 3 different ways. So it still does one thing, which is cool. So it does it with high-speed fan, maximum air velocity at 7.5 meters per second. We have ultra thin mist, so it can basically add water. Micro-sized droplets for indoor and outdoor usage basically, and instantly cooling plate. This isn't the vacuum of the goddamn space. It's not gonna instantly cool it. But in any case, again, the instantly, I press X to doubt, cools on contact to lower skin temperature by up to 9 Celsius. Why is there a cross? It's not a plus, it's a freaking cross. Anyway, let's cut our way into it. Okay, here's the super chill thing, and honestly it doesn't really feel super chill. Maybe air needs to go through it. So here's our water reservoir and the actual thing. Now this honestly feels a little bit plasticky, but it's straight up just a freaking fan with a battery, so I'm not sure what I'm expecting here. We have some info about usage, instructions, blah blah blah, and we get a carrying case. Does it even fit this freaking thing? Huh? Oh, I barely... Are you kidding me? This is the carrying case. It doesn't even fit the freaking thing. Oh well, and we get a Type-C to Type-A cable for charging. Now here's our charging port at the bottom. We have the little switch, and which way does it go? This way? Oh. Okay, so we have a cool little dial right here. I'm not gonna lie, this actually pushes more air than I would have expected. And just to give you a little bit of a kind of example, let's see, I'm gonna max it out again, so I'm gonna mute the mic itself because I think it might be actually a little bit loud, especially when I probably pointed it out at the mic. But yeah, I will mute it just so you don't hear the absolute wind noise. And I'm gonna just drop some things right here while literally pointing this at it, and you can see how much it pushes it. So let's mute it. So it does push more air than I would have ever actually expected. It is relatively loud. It's not like super annoying loudness. I do want to point that it doesn't have this like very high pitch whine, which is, I would say, a benefit, but it's definitely not something that, you know, will be quiet. Now we do have a couple of things right here, so let's see. I believe we can take that off, this, you know, jet looking thing, and swap it out for other things, like for instance this. If I can figure out how to put it on there. There we go. And if I turn that on, oh, it actually changes to a different icon right here, and it's very reflective. Oh, you know what? That is actually really cold. Damn. That is surprisingly cold. You know what? I am genuinely surprised by this. This feels like straight up something that we would take out. Oh, you can also have a additional. So to give you a comparison, this feels like if you took something out of a fridge, very cold, like a drink. It is surprisingly cold when it runs. And obviously we have the last one, which I would need to fill with some kind of liquid right here. Come on. If I can even figure out how to. Oh, I think there it is. So this is gonna open somehow. There we go. So you can see there is not much space in here for liquid. It's just gonna kind of give you a tiny bit of mist, which, you know, if you're into that, that's fine. Where I'm from, in recent timing, we have enough moisture in the air to the point that I don't need to add even more. So that would be nice to do the exact opposite of it in reality, but whatever. But yeah, this would basically do a third function, which is just blow some air along with mist at you. So honestly, for outdoor usage on the go, I think this honestly isn't that bad. It's battery powered. It has decent amount of air that it pushes in here for such a small thing. And to be fair, this, wait, why is this now hot? What the hell? Why is this warm now? Like, this literally actually feels warmer than anything in here. Like it's generating its own heat. Huh. But in any case, this, when it's put on here and cooled, this does have one of the biggest kind of differences in temperature that you will be able to interact. So if you really want to like quickly cool down without actually blowing, because this doesn't, even though it has perforations right here, it doesn't really blow air at you, but this thing becomes actually cold, which is surprising. And for outdoor usage, if you're like, you know, you're really hot, put that onto your skin and it will feel like ice cube nearly, especially if it's like 30 Celsius outside or more. Yeah, this will have a big difference in terms of how it feels. Let's see, I'll give this again. And it's already cold. Damn. I'm sad that I don't have a thermal camera. This would have been kind of nice to show, because this genuinely has a very, very feelable difference. The point, I wouldn't be surprised if I would leave this here, if it would actually start condensing moisture on here. Potentially. Assuming it's not already doing it slowly. So yeah, anyway, fun little toy. Said this way, definitely will cool you, at least this one probably the most, though it's literally where you press it, right? so it's not going to be blowing too much air anywhere. This does have definitely more air pressure to it, so if you just want to have some kind of like wind going at you, it's fine. But like I said, for very hot days with moisture, blowing hot air just because it's in motion doesn't really change the fact that you're still super hot. So this actually makes a difference. This is cold. This will help you out maybe a little bit. So anyway, that's about it. Just a surprisingly a solid little tool if you are really overheating and you are on the go and you want to just cool down. Just whip that out and potentially you could actually feel a little bit relieved. Just a little bit. Keep in mind, surface area of this isn't too big, so this isn't going to do any kind of magic right here, but better than nothing.